Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. So I'm slightly sunburned because I had to do a lot of bureaucratic stuff. So I was away from the sun, and all of a sudden I am exposed to it the whole time. So this is going to be directly group number 3. You picked Europe. To answer the question, how can you hit the point of effortless action? So I was running outside. I'm still a little bit sweaty. Sorry about that, but also you get what you get. All right, group number 3. I see that there was a little bit of chaotic energy in your recent past. It's either because of external circumstances that like you put a lot of work into something, or you were just following a certain rhythm, a certain, what's the word, routine, and then for XYZ reason it was interrupted. Or this could be you taking the foot off the pedal for a little bit and kind of focusing more on like pleasure, having fun, more like light-hearted energy, because I feel like you know more. Like it, the vibe that I'm getting is that you know more about what's truly going on energetically in the situation than either what you tell to other people or what you give yourself credit for. Okay, it's like you're being quiet about the amount of energy that you are actually treating, that you are actually working with, and you are subtle about the type of movement. Like you are moving forward, that's for sure. But it's not like jumping straight into the waters and splashing in all directions. Okay, you're more like tiptoeing in the right direction, and like you're not doing too much. Okay. And the thing is that it's because you are anticipating a moment where the energy is going to be a little bit more restless, or like where you are going to have to split your energy a little bit more between work and family, work and your spouse, work and you and your intimate or private life. Like you kind of know that there are going to be more things, or you can even be anticipating. Perhaps you just have things in line, okay, things waiting for you, like opportunities that are written on the agenda. And so I feel like you are very conscious about the type of loop that you are walking through, energetically speaking, to the point where you don't even feel the need to talk about it, to the point where you don't even feel the need to explain your actions to the outside. Okay? Like you know that whatever type of situation, whatever it is, the energy that you're going through right now, there's a lot of like good surprises, things coming unexpectedly, and you know that it's going to change. You know that it's either going to be like there are either going to be more difficult stuff to deal with at a given point in time, For some of you, you know that there is someone or a car, an XYZ amount of someone's who are in a very childish energy, and it's only a matter of time before their inner clock start tickling again. Or just you could also be that you know what are the specific hurdles of the things that you have on your calendar, and so you know that you need to have certain mental energies available to you in order to perform in a certain way, and that's why you are giving yourself a break now. Okay, you are like, you know that the perfect outcome is there, but you also know that you don't really need to do too much in order to have it, in order to have your golden I have two golden symbols here. You have the golden egg and you have the golden fleece. And well, it's two different energies. This talks about this. I feel like this refers more to your exit energy, where there is a positive outcome that results from not necessarily hardship, like not necessarily destructive hardship, but could just be hard work. Like, could just be you putting your head in the game and not stopping until you get it done. But again, it's not about roaming in all directions. It's about keeping your focus. And so I have several clarifiers. I have paid in blood, and this is giving me several things. First thing is that the type of outcome that you are expecting, this is something that I'm getting the word inscripted or encrypted. It's like you took the time to sew a certain outcome in your inner code, in your DNA, in your energy, you know? Like when you speak to water, it can have different effects on whoever drinks it. Like this, you can look for the research around it. Like particles, water particles can move. Same goes as blood particles. So you have been speaking a certain outcome into your system, but you have also been putting in the action, and this is probably something that happened before this stage of kind of letting it go a little bit and embracing the chaos that comes, like embracing random connections. Sorry, I'm just working on multiple screens. Or just enduring something. Perhaps you need to endure something for as long as it takes, and you're not really worrying about how this is going to close out, because you know that there's some sort of better option or better offerings. It's just about getting there and getting your closure properly. So right now you are living a little bit in between worlds, where you need to share your energies, and so you are a little bit surface level on everything. Like you're very mental about like not in the sense of like cuckoo, but you are more present in your upper chakras. Okay, you are using your brain energy way more than your life forces, for example, your creativity, your heart energy. Um, and that is because you're kind of just skimming the surface, you are surfing. Okay, you are surfing the situation, you are taking care of yourself. Perhaps you know that that in order to have balance, you cannot have the same routine every day. Like, it's just impossible. Sometimes you just need to take care of what's going on, and that's can just include your own personal space. And that's time consuming, but you're not wasting time. That can also be considered a part of your spiritual practice. Okay, you are taking care of the general space that you inhabit. Okay, and you might also experience, as I was saying, we have the golden egg, and as I briefly mentioned before, this is a different type of golden energy. This is the type of surprise that comes from the side. Like, you're just going through your day, doing your stuff, doing your work, and bam, surprise. As you do the practical work, you will understand the delay. This is kind of like a moment where you can enjoy the presence of spirit in your life. You can enjoy the presence of having spiritual support, or just feeling supported by the universe, because you're just surrendering to the circumstances, and the circumstances are working out in your favor. You are receiving like small gifts, okay, small things. Okay, it can be like either confirmation for the second phase of your journey that is coming, like more detail, more confirmation, new opportunities that are going to come to complete the constellation, because you are moving towards the creation of a constellation. That's also something that I'm seeing, but you are not focusing on it right now. You are not moving, you are not densifying your presence in the key points of the constellation just yet. You know how it's going to look, you know the amount of work that it's going to take. You might be training yourself right now, you are probably nourishing yourself, preparing everything, like preparing the fort, preparing the castle, so that when it's time to go fast, everything is all set around you. Okay, and this is also, yeah, take a break from the situation. You're not necessarily not doing the work. Okay, it's just that it's like as above so below. You are learning how to dominate life at all levels. What you do in the shadows, you know that very well, that it contributes to what you are going to be able to do out in the open, so to say. And like what will come to the surface, what will come to the light, is going to be influenced by what you do when you don't give a fuck. Okay, like when you don't care, but it's not like you don't care. Your mind is there, okay, but you know how to connect energies, basically. So when you take a break from the situation, you are still preparing for the situation. And I have worked hard for this. It is worthy. And I'm getting that you know. You know that. You just needed confirmation, perhaps. But perhaps this can also talk about the fact, like, do not forget about it. Okay, like, life is not, yes, enjoy this transit, but life is not going to look like this the entire time. At some point this same energy is going to reject you. And this is when you are going to know, okay, um, I need to switch. Okay, I need to switch my demeanor. And now I need to take care, like, you might also experience like side attacks, um, like the energy feeling hostile all of a sudden, and uh, and feeling like you are at a crossroad. Like, should I continue the way I was doing, or should I change? And you are meant to choose change. Okay, you are meant to remember how you used to do things before this little break, and get back kind of in your warrior energy. Like, remember everything that you are protecting, like why you are doing things, and kind of becoming serious again. So self-defense charms. This is my favorite. This is literally my favorite. My favorite. My one of my favorite charms. But on this specific day, I'm reading this differently, where you are going to realize that this type of light-hearted energy and kind of just trying to make things happen by chance, by accident, is not a good plan. Okay, like, this is something that can help you energetically. It can, and it, like, it definitely helps you. Okay, but in order to score your big goal, your demeanor has to change. Okay, like, whatever type of planning of, okay, I'm going to do A, B, C, and D, and therefore I am going to obtain the rest of the alphabet, it's not going to work. Okay, at some point, Spirit is going to withdraw, to unplug the golden eggs distribution, and it's like, okay, I showed you that I have your back, and that things can work out in your favor. I also let you experience the privilege of not having to do too much. Okay, but at some point, you're going to have to realize that it's like you are the apprentice here. You are the apprentice of Spirit. You are the apprentice of the universe. So at some point, Spirit is going to unplug, to disconnect. Sorry, the secondary wheels on your bicycle, and it's like, okay, I showed you. Now it's time that you show me everything that you learned. Okay, and I need water. And I'm just seeing something like your entry energy, it's this, and your exit energy. Naturally, like in each and every reading, almost, they create some sort of a cup. Okay, so the cup in tarot represents the ability to receive and make offerings. Okay, so I'm reading this as your ability to receive a certain type of energy or receive a certain type of outcome. And it's funny because in your entry energy, we have quite the opposite of your exit energy. Okay, so you have entry energy, you filling your cup with lightheartedness, with kind of superficial energy, and then your exit energy being this, you need to deepen your perceptions, but also your actions. Like, the source of your actions has to be something deeper, but like way deeper. It's, for some of you, you might even get to a point where you have to literally battle and wrestle inner demons. And the minute where you feel like you overcame certain stuff, there it comes haunting you again. And so Spirit is telling you, like, prepare, because you have a battle in front of you. First, like, for some of you, this can be a practical battle where you have a lot of stuff to deal with, and there might be some sort of unexpected hurdle that you kind of know it's there, and you are going to overcome it. Okay, you are going to overcome it. That's for sure. But this is also something that you cannot just ignore. Okay, this is not something that you are going to be like, no, 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 whatever. Okay, it's going to go away. It won't. Okay, like, it just won't, unless you face it. Okay, unless you will be like, okay, let's let's whatever. Okay, let's resolve this situation. Let's have this conversation with ourselves. Why do I do things a certain way? Why do I feel a certain way when certain things happen around me? Why do I feel the need to write the same script over and over? Why do I feel insecure when it's time to actually level up? And this is going to take a lot of energy out of you, but it's like a worthy battle, because you are fighting for something that is of greater value. So for some of you, this could be children, okay, but the symbolic image of children can represent different stuff. So if you don't have children, for some of you, this can also be fighting for at least having the possibility or the option of having children. But this can also refer to your creations, okay, to the fruits of your creativities. At some point, you are going to realize just how meaningful, how much it matters to you to be able to pour out, to put out something that is yours and only yours. And I'm getting, like, it doesn't matter, okay, like, it doesn't matter what kind of stupid and sponsored by Acme type of opposition I might face. I don't care, okay, I might come out with some minor scratches, okay, but at the end of the day, it's like war souvenirs, okay? This is going to make a warrior out of you. And again, if you were relating more to the scenario of having to battle inner demons, seeing yourself as a warrior, and wow, I just noticed this is the Hercules card, by the way. Seeing yourself as a warrior in the situation is definitely going to help you, because a very violent and also, in my opinion, vile form of gaslighting is telling people it's all in the head. So not only that is scientifically inaccurate, because the head is the pilot, and then you have the whole totality of the nervous system and also emanation. So it kind of goes beyond that. And becoming fully able of controlling that, of becoming one with the matter available to you in order to pilot yourself, okay, in order to drive your human vehicle exactly how you want it. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy task. And like, if that was easy, everybody would be like happy as fuck, right? But that's not reality. So also, I'm getting, give yourself grace in the situation, okay? Like, if you're battling with stuff that is generally difficult for you, give yourself grace, in the situation. Not in the sense, again, not in the sense of giving up and like, I don't care, whatever, it's going to fix itself, because it won't. Okay? It just won't. But give yourself grace when you feel the fatigue, when you feel the the tiredness, when you feel like giving up. Don't give up. Give yourself grace instead. Give yourself praise for doing the hard thing. Give yourself praise for not giving up. Give yourself praise for, okay, it's making me feel a certain way. It's making me feel insecure. It's making me feel like I can't. It's making me feel like it's too much. It's making me feel like it's whatever. Okay? It's making me feel a certain way that is negative and that is not aligned with my system of receiving pleasure. But this is delayed pleasure. Okay? So you are being put through, you are in the hot seat. Okay? Spirit is putting you on the hot seat. But it's for a reason. Okay? The type of, like, you are getting some sort of eternal rewards. And this doesn't necessarily have to be you being on a podium, but this can be just you achieving some sort of inner balance, or some sort of security, can be internal or external, whatever you are trying to work on. But it's something solid, okay? It's something that is going to stay with you. It's something that you are not going to feel like it's going to disappear, because all of this energy, this is energy that comes and go. And yes, you can put yourself through this type of cycles over and over again, but at the end of the day, you are not reaping any type of solid reward. Those golden eggs I'm getting, like, they crack, and then this is something that could warn you. But, like, also in nature, you have an egg and you have a fur. It's different. It just is. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else, but I feel like I delivered all the main information. There's just, I said this already. I'm just going to stress a little bit more this shadow work aspect. Whatever type of practical work, this is not something that you are going to talk about. Not just yet. Like, eventually, yes, but this is more a conversation with yourself. Like, even if it's practical stuff, you're going to brainstorm a lot with yourself. If it's shadow work, like emotional shadow work, this is even more directly understandable, where you are going to have literal conversations with yourself and ask yourself why you do things the way you do, and being able to kind of unlock certain secrets, but also not being able to translate and transmute that into discourse, into direct communication. I'm getting that some of you might be in a relationship, you might have a partner, and this is something that you might have to have, at least in a beginning, in an initial phase, at least in the beginning. This is something that you might have to do on your own, okay? Then eventually, once the information is transmuted, you are going to have to be able, and you are going to see that, okay? If you just give yourself enough time and the credit to do the work, it's kind of like telling about it. It's not going to be that necessary, because things are going to speak for you. Your energy is going to speak for you. Your achievements are going to speak for you. So talking about it, it's going to be just the cherry on top. Like, you are naturally going to receive inquiries about, okay, but what did you do? or what are you working on, or what's that? You know, like very plain and simple. What is that? Um, and that is when you are going to effortlessly build the communication around what you did. But it's a secondary phase, and what I'm seeing is that you are going to benefit way more for not even caring about it at this point in time, like not trying to anticipate how you are going to explain all of these changes. Just focus on doing it for your own sake, for yourself, by yourself. Then life is going to change again, okay? And the energy is going to be different, and you are going to be asked to embody a different type of communication. Right now, there's a little bit of silent work, okay, that it's more important. And also, yeah, retracting from the mundane aspects a little bit. But I think that I said this already, okay, like this helped you, but now, like, now. So I'm trying to see if there is something else, but I'm also seeing that the reading is quite long already, and I still have 2 groups to tackle. So I think I am just going to close it here for you, group number 3. I hope this gave you clarity. If so, feel more than welcome to leave a comment down below. I know I've been absent for a minute, but I was around. Okay? Everything still stands. And yeah, what else can I say to you? Have a great energetic transit. I hope you make the most out of it, and I hope that you'll connect again soon. Bye. Alright, group number 4. Let's clear the energy from group number 3. I have that. I forgot to do it in the beginning of the reading, but that's okay. It's just a flex. So you chose, you selected Echo as your group card, okay, card to identify your reading. So Echo is a card that I associate a lot with emotional healing, and your entry energy card is Chiron. So you might be healing from something very specific. Okay, let me pull out the clarifiers, because I'm getting different scenarios, and I want to make sure that I'm reading things right. So let's talk about what you're healing from, first and foremost, okay? And then we're going to move on from there. So I'm getting betrayal trauma, where oh, those definitely go together. Okay, I was reading this right. Okay, don't worry, group number 4, don't worry, okay? Don't worry. Perhaps you know these already, but let me get to this progressively. Okay. Rejection is protection, group number 4. Rejection is protection. And I see that there was someone who put in a lot of work in order to make you feel rejected. Okay, like a little bit too much. Okay, a little bit too much. So this might mean that this person fucked up. Okay, this might mean that this person karmically speaking, they definitely fucked up. Now, I'm getting a whole bunch of different scenarios, but let's focus on you first. Okay? So, you picked the card Echo. So I was getting someone who left you to talk to the wall in some shape or form, but in the sense where they might have tried to lure you in. They might have tried to invite you into a conversation, or perhaps you made a mistake. Perhaps you made a mistake with this person. Perhaps you misjudged them as more open towards you than what the reality was. And it's this person turned on you. But I see that it was not entirely your fault. Like, yes, you made a mistake, but this is the type of mistake that anyone can do unless you constantly read the fine prints, and like the energetic fine prints, unless you constantly take the time to evaluate who's in front of you. And for some reason, you might have what's the word, because I have it in French here. You might have I don't know why I'm getting deployed, but I feel like this is more what they did. Like, they deployed their best weapons when it comes to you. I'm getting that for some of you this person was triggered, but it's because you and this person shared something that that would make you very vulnerable to their eyes, or just to anybody's eyes. Okay, you had to, for some reason, like, you had to share something that was very personal, and this triggered this person. This triggered this person because for some of you this person is just a narcissist, and they saw you as different, and so they were like, okay, it's safe to attack group number 4. For others of you, this person might consider the things that you shared as somewhat or somehow contagious, and so they wanted to create a safe distance between you and them, and so they attacked you. Okay, like, no, I'm not going to go through. Okay, this is something that happened to me while I was taking care of my sister, and all of a sudden I went through something. I went through a loss, and this was something that was very, very complex. Okay, like, I'm actually still working on understanding all the finer dynamics that went into that, and that's because of how deep the pain was and still is for me. Like, now I can function as a human being, but it wasn't the case for a bit. And well, this was pretty eye-opening for many reasons, in the sense where I was always this superhero like type of person, and I was plunged into this situation where I just couldn't. Okay, like, it opened my eyes to the fact that it can happen to anyone. Like, you can be the strongest person on earth, but when pain hits where it hurts, and you cannot protect yourself from that. Okay, you can just heal. You can heal from that. You can work on healing. You can touch the bottom, and then you can work on climbing up. That's the only thing that's available. But for some reason, certain falls, certain downfalls, certain tower moments, we have the ruins here, cannot be avoided in life. And that is because sometimes there's a teaching there. Sometimes Sometimes there isn't, okay? Sometimes the teaching was that you had to know more in order to be able to prevent that in the future. Or sometimes it's just other people, okay? Sometimes the only teaching that you can extract is that you can control other people, especially if other people are pieces of shit. But you can only protect yourself from them. And so I was taking care of my sister back then. And all of a sudden I was no longer able to be this adult replacement in her life. And she switched on me. She started building up this fake confidence where in her eyes I was failing, but I didn't have any control over what was happening. I was healing. I was taking control actually pretty strongly of the situation, but not in a way that would benefit her, and not in a way that would look like appealing to her. And so she started turning on me and telling me stuff like, I'm so glad I'm not you, or I'm just living my own life, and you're just there depressed, and all of that. And I knew that at the end of the day, she never knew the type of love that I had lost. So inside, I was feeling pity for her. But at the end of the day, she was just so desperate for the attention, for the care, that she was willing to be disruptive in the situation. Okay, so it's some sort of toxic push and pull, you might relate to that, where this person kind of wanted to know, but at the same time they felt scared. Okay, like, no, like, I want to know, but it was more like morbid curiosity. Okay, it was not like reciprocating your energy in order to actually have a conversation. They might have pretended that, but they were just actually, gaining intel. This person was gaining intel for some of you, it was just for the devil. Okay, this person feels like they work for the devil, and they feel like they are also smart. And look at this. I mean, if you have been around the channel for a minute, you might know that this is my forever beta type of card. Okay, so this person isn't shit. This person doesn't have good things going on in their life. This person is very bored. This person doesn't have meaningful connections. So what's that? Okay, so they don't have the beta, the letter beta. You compare that to the alpha. The alpha has a natural protective energy. The beta doesn't. Okay, and so, okay, anticipation, you are going to work on your comeback, and it's going to be something loud, but we're going to get there. So as I was saying, the person who betrayed you has a very beta energy, and that's why they feel like doing the bidding of someone else. Like whenever someone acts a little bit authoritative with them, they activate. That's their beta energy being active. Their beta antenna going like, yes, can't wait to lick your ass. And as I said, for some of you, this person really feels like they work for the devil, and so they were like, I am going to do this and that, and this person is just stupid. But the problem is that if you are, like, you have to protect yourself from this person, because this person is not, this person is just trash. Okay, this person just belongs to the trash can of your life, because if you were to be compassionate towards them, because when you are going to gain clarity about what the real energy of this person is, and you might notice stuff, okay, you might notice that their confidence is crooked, okay, their alpha demeanor, their fake their 5 minutes alpha behavior towards you, there's a reason. And this person is actually very insecure, okay, this person feels like um, fully embodying that role would be too big for them, like the universe would slip right and left, or left and right. This person, deep down, they feel like they are an imposter. This person feels like they are a fraud. If this person is a masculine, this person feels like they are not a real man for some reason. Um, if this person is a feminine, this person kind of wants to achieve something, but deep down they know that it's out of reach, and that the only way to get there is to basically fake smile their way to the top and just be like, yeah, that's me, I did it. And they didn't, okay, because at the end of the day, once the time comes, like, they could be able to pose for like a second of what they're trying to achieve, but then when it comes to do the ongoing work, it would be too big for them, okay. This person is has a lot of contradictory energy, because they want to feel like they are ruling the world, they are ruling your world, they can punish you when you don't comply, like they this person is very clingy. And this is where it gets interesting and also a little bit dangerous, because this person, as I was saying, this person did too much to make you feel rejected, but at the same time, they are attached to your ass like a leech, okay? This person is desperate to remain in your energy. This person is desperate to have rage with you, to have a fight with you. And that's why they are just going to play in your face, okay? This person wants you to see them as stupid, because they want you to have an outburst with them, but it's just so that they can attack you. It's because this person wants to pretend that they are on your level and they aren't. This person extracts power from others. If this person has any sort of status, they attach their identity to that for dear life. It's like this person is not the same with or without. This person does not have this inner spark, this inner power. As I was saying, this person is a beta. And here's the thing. Once you gain clarity, once you gain intel about their true nature, your instinct might be to feel pity. Okay? Like, poor whatever. Okay, like, poor thing. But this poor thing is the type of poor thing that can and will waste your entire existence if given the chance to. Okay, so at some point you are going to have to spend a little bit of extra energy, but not in the sense, not in the way that your instinct would tell you, okay? Like, you do feel like spending a little bit of energy for this person, or just to resolve the situation, but it's definitely not what this person hopes or what your third eye tells you that this person needs, because whatever type of unmet need turn this person into whatever walking mess they are right now, this is something that was supposed to give in to them early on. So it doesn't make any fucking sense that you act as a substitute teacher or a substitute parent to fulfill the gap. This is something that only they can do. This is something that anyone, this is a solitary work for anyone, whether you like it or not, whether you are capable of bringing that home or not. Okay? Reparenting yourself is something that only this person can do. For some of you, this person is just going or has opted out of life a long time ago. And therefore, the only extra energy that you're going to put into the situation is going to be this. Okay? Like taking this person and accompanying them out of your life, because to you they are trash. Now, they might eventually use this knowledge to improve themselves, but that's none of your business, basically. Okay? Like, this may be a secondary degree teaching for them, but only if they make the choice. If they don't make the choice, know that this person is going to remain this stupid thing for the rest of their life. Okay? And for some of you, I see that this is exactly what's gonna happen. Life is just going to punish them. Like, you might be the first, but life is going to present them the same type of punishment over and over and over and over again, because this person has a gigantic ego and they are in shit. Like, they overestimate their value, the value of their energy, the value of what they bring to the table. If you bring to the table shit, you can turn around and tell yourself that you brought to the table shit because you are actually, the king or the queen of the universe. It's still shit. Like, whoever is going to attend the table, they are going to smell that and only that. Okay, but this person is the type that turns around and tells themselves that they probably don't have anything better to offer, and they might run on this delusion where it's because of others. Like, I only offer this type of energy because I'm not being given better energy, and that's why they're a beta. Okay, they don't have the capacity to enhance their energy, because that's the only way of actually embodying alpha energy. Okay, they expect other alphas to be around them, and they extract power from that. When they are surrounded by powerful people, they tell themselves that they are just as powerful, but they would never be able to pull out half of the stuff that is being pulled around them. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with being around powerful people. It's just that the mental process that this person has when they are going through the situation, it's like they stop seeing themselves. They stop being objective. Like, when they have a little bit of nice things going for themselves, they stop working on themselves. They stop feeling like accountability applies to them. They feel like they are above. For some of you, it's social rules. For others of you, it's hierarchies. Or for others of you, it's literally the divine. This person might feel like they are above the divine, and they're just a dirty little human. Okay, like, other people might see that. Other people might laugh at them, and this person does not understand why. And that's the thing, okay? Like, this person was laughing at you, and you are meant to understand why. And this person is constantly in this little bubble of not understanding why certain stuff happened to them, and it's because of how they behave. This person plays too much. This person does a lot of stupid things that they just do not think through. And then when consequences come knocking the door, they're like, but I don't understand. You know? I was not agreeing with this. And well, yes, silently they did. Silently they were agreeing. Silently they were giving their energetic consent by being stupid. Okay, this person, as I was saying, does a lot of stupid things. Therefore, they are making themselves more stupid. So, group number 4. You kind of have to be a bigger person here, but for your own sake. Okay, we already tackled how your demeanor is supposed to be. Like, you can have an inner process of feeling compassion for this person, but this is something that you are meant to keep for yourself. At the end of the day, it's not your fault, and it's not your responsibility to dim your light. Like, it's not your fault if your honesty triggered this person, if your capacity to be in your truth, to speak your truth, and also reaping the fruit from that. Okay, because I see that you're also healing from something, or from a situation where you are kind of feeling odd, and then like, you see how this one is naked and this one is full of accessories and additions to her persona in some shape or form. And so you are kind of saying bye-bye to the past, and this happened in phases. Okay, so this person might have met you while you were in between words. Okay, like, you knew where you were going. So it's funny because they don't look the same, but the energy is similar. They are going in the same direction, and this one is a little bit like lighthearted, like, yes, fuck that, I've been through hell and back, but fuck that. Okay, that's not where I'm going. That's where I came. That is where I come from, but that is not where I'm going. And you knew where you were going when you met this person. So once you get there, and it will cost you, okay, or it has already been presenting the bill for you, it is going to trigger this person back, but you are going to be in a completely different position, and you are meant to focus on your path. Okay, like, you dealing with this person energy, it's just going to be a side task for you. Okay, sometimes you just meet people and you realize that you just want to spend the rest of your life without them, and sometimes it takes a little bit of work in order for them to assimilate the information that just because you meet random people at a given point in time doesn't mean that you have to stay attached to them for the rest of their existence, especially if one of the parties is telling you, look, I've seen what I needed to see, fuck off, gently and politely. Because your focus, Spirit is keeping, like, like the horse, and we have a horse here, by the way. Like the horse, they put sometimes they would put I don't know how to call those. It's like a protection that you put on the sides of the eyes of the horse so that he doesn't get distracted. And but you're a human being, so you have peripheral view. And on your peripheral view, you are going to see this person doing their little shit show. Like, okay, like, little, bye. And then you keep focusing because there is also a lot that you are healing. Like, there might be some sort of traumatic how do I call this? Traumatic information in your DNA that was tainting your energy and attracting certain stuff that you don't want to deal with anymore. Okay, like any longer. That's past. I don't want to. I don't even want to think about that. So the majority of your energies are going to be put into rejuvenating yourself, into regenerating yourself, into putting and this is hard work, okay? But it's like I'm getting gentle hard work in the sense where nourishing yourself might be a little bit of a task to you. Perhaps you used to neglect your health in order to achieve certain stuff, and now you are going to realize that if I'm not there, nobody is going to achieve anything. So it's not about indulging at every given occasion, but unless I am in a good shape, who is going to take care of everything that I want to take care of? Okay, so you're going to be or become more and more radical in putting yourself first because you know how important that is in the global scheme of everything that you are trying to achieve. Okay, only your best self can give you your best life. So, as I was saying, rejection is protection. Different scenarios. This is going to hurt at first because of the information that you shared, but eventually you are going to find fuel into that. For some of you, you might literally take it with a pinch of salt, but for some of you, you might literally start having fun with the situation. Okay, not going to lie, but the fact that this person is so strenuously attached to having to have a back and forth is like, okay, let me at least grab some snacks so like enjoy the shit show. Oh, I need to snack, by the way. Wait. Okay, I need to hurry up so that I can make the most of the battery because I forgot to fully charge the device. Anyway, as I was saying, this is going to help you, and for others of you, this is just going to give you a mirror. Okay, this is what happens to people when they don't do the work on themselves. Okay, this is like a little bit of a red alarm. Like it might be fun during your teenage years, but look at what happens when they continue. Okay, is that what you want to become? So Spirit is presenting you this example so that this is going to motivate you. Okay, this is going to give you motivation in order to also be loud about the type of healing, okay? Because there might be other people around you and you don't want them to turn into this. Perhaps you'll be successful, perhaps not. It will depend on each and every case, but you are going to see the value of inspiring others with your tough decisions when when it comes to having discipline, when it comes to applying accountability. Like, you don't have to be Like, you are going to become the CEO in your life. You don't have to be the CEO of Google or Apple in order to have order in your life, in order to have standards, have boundaries, working on having good things for yourself, being able to offer good things to others, not just showing up empty-handed and being like and then expecting everything to just fall on your laps. At some point, you don't want to become the lame person at the party, basically, who, you know, is just looking weird. So yeah, if the situation is shaky from the start, imagine later. I guess that this applies to a lot of elements. The attacks that you have experienced from this person, if you give them the time of the day, they're more than willing to do worse. So take that into consideration each and every time where you feel like devoting your energy to the debate. At the end of the day, the choice can only be theirs. So unless they do that, they are going to remain this. But this is also about, this is kind of like a clock to you, okay? Like, act now, okay? This is what you're leaving behind. And it's going to become more and more obvious that this is not what you want to become. Sorry. Okay. It's going to become more and more obvious that this is not what you want to become, precisely because this energy is attacking you and you're seeing its attacks as completely misaligned, misguided, a little bit embarrassing as well. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, you know. So you are also going to put more work into educating yourself, into becoming more empathetic, communication skills, because technical stuff, you can learn it, learning how to be collaborative with others and be prosperous with others. This is something that is not necessarily taught, not in every school. So perhaps this person didn't have the chance to learn that. Perhaps their family didn't teach that to them. But I'm not saying that you had this chance. Perhaps you didn't either. But you want different for yourself, and that's why you are putting in the work. Okay? So I need to close the reading now so that I can at least tackle the last group. I hope this gave you clarity. If you feel called to, you can leave a comment down below. This can help me confirm the messages, or it can help other people make the translation between the energetic information and the practical situation. Sending you strength. See you soon. Alright, group number 3. I will try and go fast because of battery issues. I forgot to charge the phone. I said it in the previous group, like fully. So you chose Eurynomea. Let's see what this is about. I knew that some group was going to receive this type of messages. And this has a lot to do with love. Okay. But like true love. Okay, Eurynomea is about a legendary unbreakable bond. Okay, like it's kind of like, or like this is what your soul desires, the type of connection that is recognized and that can be a beacon of light, that can be an example to follow. Okay, it doesn't have to be like that you absolutely want to have a connection that is in the spotlight. This can be as simple as you being able to inspire your own kids with the quality of the love that is being exchanged within the household. that you can raise a better family if there's genuine love exchange. That you might be someone who's very strong, or you might have experienced partnerships with unsupportive partners, and you know that you can get it done. You know that even with all the hardship, even with all the shit coming your way, you can get it done. So you are wondering now, how much more can I do? If I can only have someone who is truly supportive, someone who is truly a match. Okay? And I see that this is hard. This is not being easy for you, in the sense where you have been feeling like giving up, and there's a specific reason for that. Okay? Like, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's keep all these cards. Okay, I see the situation. I will try to go fast and deliver everything. But you might have made a big mistake in your past, in the sense where you fell for the wrong person. Okay, you fell for the wrong person, and this could have been because of family pressure. This could have been because of society. The society told you that you had to be meek. Society told you that once you would tie the knot with someone, you would have to be faithful, or that you have to at least try and give more chances to a relationship if initially the love was good, or whatever the case might be. Or perhaps you already have children, I don't know. Okay? And that's why you're fighting to give a better future. So different scenarios. Perhaps you want to have children and you want to fight in order to create a perfect scenario for them to grow up. Or you already have some children and you want to fight in order to at least make sure that the rest of their life is better than what this first connection made you experience. For some of you, it was your family of origin, and that's what you are trying to leave behind. So this could even, like, if you haven't had a bad connection in your past, you might still have like toxic family ties that are, you feel like they are hindering you from just having that fairy tale. You meet someone and there's everything, and respect, and a plan, and romance, and dancing in the kitchen, and going out just for fun, just because you enjoy each other's energy, and there's maturity, and there's attraction, and there's the willingness to like be proud of each other. Okay, be open, like, okay, having this radical honesty also within the couple, like, okay, I feel this way, or this is what happened, what can we do? And you can only move as one if both parties are willing to put all their cards on the table. Okay, you know that, and that's what you want. That's what you have been manifesting this, that's for sure. Perhaps in the dark, perhaps you have been kind of avoiding telling that to the wrong people, because you're like, what's the point? You might have tried to tell that to the wrong people, and they showed you that there was no point in telling them, I actually want something different, and they were not changing, or they would dismiss that. Things have been toxic forever, and you just need to go along with it. But even if you might have lacked representation, you might have lacked good examples of what a happy household can be. You know it in your heart that you have the full capacity to create that, and basically all you need is someone who also has that full capacity. And then you can go 100% and 100%. Okay, no silly fights about 50-50. I gave that, you should give that, did that, and ah, you know. So the point is that your past is, you feel haunted by your past. Okay, for some of you it's literally people or a specific person from your past who is not willing to let go. They know that they are not good for you. They know that they cannot give you what you want. They know that they are not a good truth teller. For some of you, this person might be literally dangerous and unwilling to change. This person might become violent whenever they are confronted, even if they are wrong as fuck. Just the fact of being confronted, for them it's an offense, because you are questioning their authority. But like, if your authority is misaligned and misguided, it's a favor me questioning you, okay? Just as I would expect to be questioned if all of a sudden I start, I don't know, okay? I don't know. But if you were to start acting, violently just out of the blue, it would be beneficial for you if someone who loved you were to tell you, look, this is not you, this is not your true nature, this is not what's best for you. So I love you, I believe in you, I think that you can be way better than this, and my job as a true friend, as a true family member, as a loving spouse, as a whatever, a cousin, is to tell you, okay? It's not to tell you you are the best of whatever it is that you do, because that's a lie. If what you do is being a violent piece of fecal matter, no one is helping you by enabling you, okay? So at some point you might have felt tempted to kind of just give in to pleasure, okay? Like, the situation that you're trying to leave behind feels so complicated emotionally that you might have told yourself, who could ever understand that? Okay, perhaps, as I was saying, could be your family, could be a past relationship, but like, who could have the openness to receive that and be loving towards me regardless, okay? And so you might have entered some rather superficial situations, but at the end of the day, since you were not feeling safe enough to share yourself, when the time came to actually, be honest, you were feeling attacked, or the other person would feel attacked. The energy was confusing, and that was because you were entering those situations already with the knowledge of not wanting anything serious. But it's not because you don't want anything serious, like in general. That's 100% what you want. But the road, the healing path that you need to undergo feels so long that at some point you felt, or you have been feeling like giving up, okay? There's a lot of patience involved here, and a lot of creativity, where you have to either different scenarios for different people. You either have to be creative in order to just move yourself along the way without having that connection, and also finding ways to release everything that comes in too quickly, everything that tries to trap you into connections way too quickly. Or for others of you, you might have to counter parent, so you have to become creative in finding ways to provide that safety regardless, okay? Perhaps you have trustworthy friends, perhaps you have a safe network. It's not the same as having a reliable partner who is with you 24/7, and you are with them 24/7, and you know that you are a squad. But you still need that. Okay, so your job is to compensate, and whether you realize it or not, you are bringing in that energy. Okay, and so something that you already need to know is that once that comes in, it's something that is going to come in an unexpected way. Like, you are probably going to be at the fuck all this shit point, but it's going to be like not out of exhaustion. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you are going to be at a point where you are not even going to need to receive that, because of all the hard work, all the road that you did, either on your own or relying on the kindness of strangers, or just finding the right type of professional services that can compensate that type of help. And so when that comes in, you are going to be at a point where you're like, but I don't even need you. Like, to be honest, and I've been through hell and back. So opening myself up to another, where when I can compensate that. I can compensate not having another human being in my life 24/7. You are kind of going to consider if you truly want to put yourself through that or not. Okay? What I'm also seeing is that the person that is going to come through, the person that is going to make that offer, and it's going to look and feel like everything that you have been trying to manifest, and everything that your soul has been telling you about, there is going to be something a little bit off. Okay, there is going to be something that either this person doesn't look the way you expected your fairy tale to be, or I don't know, maybe something about their job or something. Okay, there is going to be something that, at least in the beginning, is going to feel out of place. And then eventually you are going to realize that that's your perfect match. But it is going to require you to trust. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And what Spirit wants you to know is that at the end of the day, the choice is still going to be yours. Like, you have been put through a lot, and you can choose to not want that. This is also an option. Like, Spirit did not put you through all that hell so that you would suffer. You can avoid suffering that same pain. But if there is still something within you that can still consider opening your life to another, it is going to require you to kind of look past what you've been through, or look past something. Like, eventually that something is going to feel perfect. But there is going to be a little detail that is going to make you tell to yourself, and perhaps to the other person as well, I have everything I need. Everything is all set. Why do I need you? And if I also have to consider this detail that, to be honest, doesn't really suit me. Okay? So, self-defense charms, just to close, and I managed to do this. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. You are not going to want to have someone telling you about yourself. For some of you, this is something. For others of you, this is just about you facing certain types of of painful truth about your past, about the vulnerabilities and weaknesses that let a certain situation put in place. And you are going to take your power back. And it's not just about, okay, I was the alpha and the omega in the situation, and I did nothing wrong. Even if the person was a piece of trash towards you, and you did not deserve any of the treatment, the truth practice here is going to be about, okay, but why did I even let myself feel attracted towards someone who wanted to destroy the living shit out of me? There are going to be some uncomfortable truth about your romantic system or your system of attraction that you are going to have to face. And that is why the road is going to keep on being long until you face that. Until you learn how to be bluntly honest with yourself. And it's kind of like those superficial situations that have been like entering your life or that you have been considering kind of showed you certain stuff about yourself that you didn't really like. Perhaps you feel pressured to put up a front, and you realize that that front doesn't attract what you truly want. And it's mathematical evidence here. Because if you want to attract something that resonates with the truth of who you are, then you need to have the balls or the guts or the ovaries to express who the fuck you truly are. It cannot be like, you know deep down who you truly are, and then you act like a totally different person, because then you are going to attract people who are interested in the totally different person. Self-love, it's what's going to do the trick. But self-love is not easy. Okay? It's giving yourself the pats on the back. Is not trying to convince anyone else that you are all of that. Okay? If you know that, you also know that the right person will naturally take the time to discover that, will naturally see that in you, and will also feel like all of that to you, but not because of external criteria. It's going to feel all of that because of how they love you. They love you in the correct way, and you love them in the correct way. Because you learn how to tell the truth. All right, group number 5. So I'm getting like a broken divine energy from you, and something else that is going to hurt is realizing that it takes time to restore that. Even if it's yours, even if it's your DNA, even if it's your soul, even if it's your birthright, if given away, you are still a human being, and it will take time, and the wasted time does not come back. Okay, so you need to act divinely in order to live divinely. You need to practice what you preach. Okay? And depending on where you are on your journey, this can feel more or less triggering, but That's the only way. That's the only way. That is how spirit is going to guide you to your truest love. And it's going to have to, there's an order. It's going to have to pass from the phase where you deeply and fully realize that you are the love of your life. Until you skip that, the loop is going to be reinitiated over and over again. Okay? So I hope this gave you clarity. Just trying to see if there is anything else. Yeah, you might have been easy on yourself a little bit. Or you might have indulged in relationships, and this came biting you in the ass, like, and that is because spirit wants you to embody this divine energy, and in order for you to embody this divine energy, you need to come into union with yourself. There is no bypassing that. Okay, so you might have tried to find your the other half of your apple, and spirit was like, but you're a fucking apple already, like you need to find another full apple. But you were going around life feeling half, so you find another half, and there was no holiness, there was no wholeness, and therefore there was no holiness in that. It could not fulfill, heal, nor help progress either of you. This relationship only helps you realize what's truly important and what isn't. Okay? Or this family unit that you come from helped you realize what you don't want to reproduce, what you don't want to recreate in your life. Okay? So, yeah, for some of you, there's also the pain in letting go and catching the cord fully. I'm getting that specifically, like, for people who would resonate with the family scenario, but also for people who might have kids already with someone who is detrimental, realizing that the only way for you to actually have a partnership is to fully cut the cord is a little bit different and difficult to swallow, because there are minors involved. And so you might kind of have to decide if you want to sacrifice that so that you can give yourself a chance. And it's a bet. It's a placing a bet in the dark. Like, success is there, but there's a price. Okay? Where you are going to have to be the only loving figure for your kids. And again, if you are dealing with someone who is violent, you need to choose. You need to put on the scale. Is giving a physical presence of an adult to my kid better than protecting them all the way from this presence, who is probably going to, well, depending on the severity of this person's behaviors, but this person might endanger them or just teach them very twisted values around life. And so counter-parenting will be having to deal with a kid who has to learn how to embody a certain personality while in the presence of one parent, and then having to um, act in a total different way when they are with the other parent, because that is the only way where they can get acceptance. Okay, the the toxicity that you are trying to leave behind is never going to work with you. Okay, and this is something that you need to accept and swallow. So you either do double the work to keep the physical presence, or you put in the work and you take the most difficult road. It is up to you. Know that there's victory at the end of that road, but it is a difficult victory to achieve. Like, beginnings are easy. Seeing the problem is easy. Pointing the finger is easy. Making the actions and being consistent in that's difficult. That's the difficult part. That's why many people give up on breaking cycles. That's why many people don't even want to try, because it's hard as fuck. Okay, so this is a collective reading.